Matchday draw provides you the chance to win that money while supporting your work in the local community, which is done by the LUFC Foundation. The ticket costs just £1 provides supporters with the chance to win cash or inside the Bristol City shirt. The winners of the draw will be announced at half-time and will also share on the Foundation social media accounts as well. If you look out for the Foundation Matchday service, they can be found behind these jackets in the red ticket, black ticket, or white ticket, all three is unique. So all the proceeds of the draw are spent to City of Bristol Charity Foundation, and of course, a fantastic work. And everyone at Bristol City Football Club and across the Bristol Sporting Group was extremely sad to hear tragic deaths of team which was merciless at Dixie. The well-being of the Blues within 15 to 17 minutes of tonight's game in memory of the two non-winners Sylvia's teams. We said our deepest condolences to Mr. Anthony's family and friends.
Hero to shoot low! Oh, what a goal that is! Perfectly positioned.
Thinks about a shot, Bremner. Oh, what a strike by Billy Bremner.
Now Hernandez on the edge of the area. Yeah! Oh, what a goal! And what a way to start. Drives forwards, comes out for Ayling. Oh yes, Luke Ayling. He finishes it off. Shot after shot after shot.
Welcome to Ashton Gate. Wherever you're joining us from, you're very, very welcome indeed for what promises to be a really important game for Leeds United. It's relatively mild. Tony will say it's cold, of course, and there is rain in the air. The wind has been blowing across the stadium, but that seems to have eased off just at the moment, and the conditions are set pretty perfect for what we hope will be a good game, and for sure what we hope will be a Leeds United win, because if Leeds can win this one, they go into second place in the table. They move into the promotion places. So plenty riding on it. Team news for Leeds United. Well, the team has that familiar look to it again, in a sense. No Connor Roberts, the new signing. We'll talk more with him later. But he doesn't make the group this evening. What do you think when you look at the starting 11, Tony?
Certainly it is the one I expected. I think the only question mark would be Gnonto or Jayden Nancy playing in front of instead of James. So Gnonto gets the nod, and I think that's a real opportunity for him. He's had to be patient, just like Anthony has as well, because the wingers have played so well. Somerville and James, I think, have been superb. But now Gnonto gets a bit more game time and gets his chance to shine.
Away form in the league has at times been an issue so far this season. Where does this rank in terms of trickiness, perhaps?
right up there. Yeah, absolutely right up there. And I think at home, I never feel like we will be any trouble. I feel like whatever happens, we can come back, and we have a very strong mental attitude at home. It's away from home where we just slip up now and then. And at times we dominate teams away from home, but we'll have a period in a game where we might switch off, we might make a mistake, and then recovering from that is a little bit difficult. So here, Bristol City is one of those games. I have to be right on it mentally.
Playing the Friday slot is a real pain for supporters, those who have to travel to the game perhaps. It does give you the opportunity potentially to put that little bit of extra pressure on everybody else tomorrow, doesn't it?
It does. It's nice to get it out the way as well and put those 3 points, on the board. So it is, everyone will be focused on this game, Friday night, but I think the boys, whenever they play, it doesn't matter, but this one is just nice to think they could get into second spot. I think mentally that's got to be a really good positive thing as well. And then at least, okay, we know they've got a couple of games in hand, but at least the pressure gets ratcheted up on the other teams.
So there you go. That is the task that lies ahead of Leeds United this evening. Daniel Farker is the man who is tasked with ensuring that Leeds come through it successfully, and he's been giving his thoughts in the build-up to the game this week.
It would be the first time that we would be in the top two during the whole season. The start of the season would be a nice little recognition. But if I'm honest, we're not too addicted to think about the table right now, especially not when other teams have also games in hand. But it's more a big chance in a difficult away game to keep our winning run going, to keep the momentum going, and also to show further on what we're capable of, and also the next chance to return back to a 2-point average per game over the whole season. So it's an impressive record. We have the chance with 3 points to return back to this average, and for that, yes, obviously we are highly motivated also to win points in a difficult away game, and we know that we have to be at our best. No, it looks good. So he has finished meanwhile his injection therapy, and the rescan was quite good. There is progress in his healing. He's also back and doing individual running stuff also outside on the pitch. This is good, but he's at the moment definitely at least two weeks away from team training. So we will definitely be without him for the next couple of weeks. We hope that it's then much improved, and then after that he can return back, because he was and is still also a crucial player. For us, it's a tricky injury, because everyone was expecting that the healing would be much quicker, and it wouldn't be such a big problem. But yeah, sometimes you have to work on a daily basis. What we're doing with him. So I'm quite pleased that the rescan was good, and that he's back out at least in running boots on the training pitch, and can work on his fitness level and further on in his re-up. I hope it's just a question of weeks and not about months, but it's still, again, sadly too early to speak about the exact time frame that in 18 days he will be back in training or something like this. It's definitely confirmed that he will be out of team training in the next 2 weeks. And then hopefully after that he can return back to team training pretty soon. If I'm honest, I have not thought too much about it, and also it doesn't force if some players who are around us on the table do something in terms of incomings or outgoings. It doesn't affect what we want to do, because I think we are definitely doing just business that is sensible for Leeds United. It's not like we feel forced because opponent, for example, signs 2 or 3 players, and right now we are panicking and thinking, just in order to show that we are ambitious, we do something. No, we just do something if you're really 100% convinced, because if you do things that are not sensitive and you're not convinced of, and just bring buddies in, it can ruin the spirit and the togetherness and the unity pretty quick. I've experienced this also in the past, and my experience, especially with the run-in, it's important that the group is tied together and you are there with unity. Obviously, if you can add quality mixed with personality, yeah, great, then we do this. But you have to be careful, and you shouldn't panic, and you have to stick also to your believings, and also back your players that you have. And we know that we have come so far because we have a really good group, and I 100% trust my players.
Well, it's been a busy week at the football club, lots of comings and goings because of course yesterday was the transfer deadline window. And the big news as far as the players coming in was that the Welsh contingent has been further bolstered by the arrival of Connor Roberts, yet another Welsh international, another ex-Swansea man making the move from Burnley on loan. So let's hear from the new man on his thoughts about joining the new club.
I think for me personally it's a massive opportunity to come and play for such a big club like Leeds, and it's something that I couldn't kind of say no to. I think to be part of hopefully something special come the end of the season is what I'm aiming for, is what every player in that dressing room is aiming for, and if I can contribute both on and off the pitch in every way possible, then like I say, hopefully we can all be smiling come the end of the season. As a footballer as well, you want to play football, and my situation at the moment, I haven't been doing that as much as I'd like. So when Leeds United come calling, and I've got plenty of friends here who play and tell me about the amazing club it is, and it's something that it's obviously just a loan at the moment, but it's something that I couldn't turn down, and to even get to play a handful of games for this massive club will be an absolute privilege. I know obviously the Welsh lads, I know Joel Pro from Swansea and Patrick from way back when in Middlesbrough, so I know plenty of faces, and hopefully I can get underway, start right in, and feel a part of the squad and the team, and like I say, just contribute to hopefully success come the end of the season.
Yeah, because moving in January and a lot of games coming up, the run in to the end of the season, you've got to hit the ground running, haven't you? Yeah,
it's the Championship. It's a wonderful league, I think, and it's a league I know very well. Obviously last season done so well for Burnley, got promoted, played very well, and played most games, so I think I like that. I like the amount of games that the Championship has, and some people will disagree, but for me personally, if I can get myself in the team and contribute as best I can on the pitch, then brilliant, but I'll also be trying to contribute when I'm not in the team, when I'm not playing, and I'm in the dressing room kind of thing at training, so yeah, it's exciting, and I said to a few of the lads, if you can get it going here, which plenty of the fans have seen in recent times here at Ellen Road, then you can be onto something really, really special. I have to bring my experience. I have to look back on moments where maybe last season we were struggling, or we needed something from somewhere, and I'll be hoping to bring that to this club. I think for me it would be unbelievable if we got promoted, and I didn't really have to do too much or say too much, but I'm old enough now, I'm experienced enough, like you say, to know when things need to be said, and to hopefully get the boys over the line, and yeah, like you say, it's all hands on deck from now until the end of the season.
What about the manager? Was he a big factor for you?
Yeah, definitely. I obviously spoke to him, and he was brilliant in explaining, the stance of everything. He didn't obviously say you're going to play every single game, because no manager would, but he wanted me to come here and to contribute, like I say, both on and off the pitch, and if I can do that, then I'm sure the fans and all the teammates that I will make will be thankful that I've come here and I've helped.
And have you seen much of the team this season? Have you seen any of the games?
Yeah, it's funny, to be fair. I think ever since I started playing football, the first time I played here, and seeing how big a club Leeds is, I've always said to the people around me and my friends and that, like, it would be class to play for Leeds, and luckily now we hopefully sit here and I can do that, and they will be really proud to wear the white shirt. But yeah, like you say, it's just exciting times ahead, and it's an opportunity that I could definitely not say no to. I played here a few times, and it's been very hostile. I've played obviously international football in front of brilliant crowds, and it is unbelievable when you've got the crowd behind you, and they almost roar you on. And I think I said to the guys, in some games that's what you need. You might not be playing that well. You might need the crowd just to carry you that little bit extra, and sometimes in games you might not be playing that well, and you need yourself as a group and as a collective to come together and to get those points and win the game. And yeah, between now and the end of the season, hopefully we can get plenty of those points.
Well, Tony, you know plenty about a good full-back. What do you think Leeds have got in Connor Roberts?
Clearly they've got someone with a lot of experience, played plenty of times of course for Wales and at the highest level, good age as well, with a lot of experience, 28 years of age. I think he'll come here really eager to prove what he's about. It's a great opportunity for him, but we get someone that really we can rely on at fullback.
Knows the Championship inside out. I mean, he was a major part of Burnley's promotion side last season.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You look at the signings that we've made, certainly in the summer, and with Connor Roberts as well. We're getting people that have been there, seen it, and done it. And I think what you're seeing in the way we're playing is that that's a really good formula. We took a few gambles, didn't we, with previous years gone by with certain players. Now we're going for ones that have played at that level and done well, and Connor Roberts is another one of those.
Maybe not right to describe it as a problem position, but it's good to have somebody in there who knows the job, isn't it?
Yeah, I think what it's important is to have competition for places, wherever that places may be. I think up top, we're looking like we could have 4, 5, 6 players play any of those positions. At the back, I think fullback is where one of those positions where you'd say, okay, we might need a little bit of help just in case, and Connor, will fill that gap.
It frees up extra bodies, perhaps, to play in other positions as well, doesn't it?
Well, it's flexibility. You're right. Archie Gray, of course. We know he's a midfielder, but he's done fantastic at fullback. He really has, and he just learns so very quickly. But at the same time, what happens if a centre half gets injured and Purdue goes back, and midfielder gets injured? Then Archie can go into that position. So we have some flexibility now.
So there you go. Connor Roberts joins the group. Another fullback who's been enjoying himself recently is Junior Firpo, having a really good run in the team, providing assists for goals, and very much enjoying life, as he's been telling us this week.
Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure that everyone prefers to win more games, to win every week than being losing. Maybe in the Prem you have period where you lose like 4 or 3 games in a row, and then it's difficult to get back to the winning ways. But obviously, we just have to keep going. We just have to keep winning. I think there are not too many games left until we go into the last part of the season where every point matters. So it will be a tough period. It will be a really difficult one for the mind. It will be a tough one, but we have to keep focused, and with the help of every teammate, everyone around the club, I think it is more easy.
And the fans as well, Junior, because they've had a tough couple of seasons, supporting the team, but they're certainly enjoying this season. How much do you feed off the crowd, not only Ellen Road, but obviously away from home? It's huge support, and they're going to do a lot of miles this next month.
Yeah, it is a really huge support. So some days it's just as we were talking before. We head now into a few games where it's away. You've got Swansea, which is really far. You've got Plymouth, which is really far, and I'm pretty sure that we will arrive there and it will be full. The away stand. So knowing that is always gives you a big boost. And also, I've got a few, not friends, but people who I know that they play in the Championship as well, and we play against them. And every time that they came to Elland Road, when it blows the whistle, they say like, "Wow, what fans you have! This stadium is really difficult to play here." So I think that's a big thing, to have, especially when you are fighting for promotion or for survival. It doesn't matter what is the situation; they are always behind us, and we are really grateful for it.
Turn our attentions to Bristol this Friday night then, Junior. There is the chance to go second in the league, for the first time this season, to be in the top 2. I know that's something that people outside of the club will probably be talking about. Is it something you're talking about? Does it give you a psychological edge to get into second spot, even if it's only for 24 hours?
Obviously, it doesn't matter if it's for 24 hours or for 1 hour. Just to be there, just to put pressure on them, is different. When you are second and when you have a 10 points gap with the third, and then when you go into a game and you are not second anymore, so you are third now and you have to win yes or yes. It's a different pressure, and this pressure they didn't feel in the whole season, and now they will hopefully feel it, because we hope that we win the game. So as I said, I think we will go now into a period where the pressure for every team will be really different, from the first part of the season, where obviously Leicester and Ipswich were a lot of points above everyone, but now everything is really tight, and I think the pressure will be different. It will be more difficult for them to handle.
And just a final question, Junior, on Bristol themselves. They gave you a tough game at Elland Road this season. It was a tight win in the end. What kind of match are you expecting in front of a big crowd down there?
Well, I expect a really good match, because They are a good side. They are a good side, and taking away that they are sitting like in the mid-table, somewhere around there, but they've got good players. They've got good processors. They've got good idea of play. They try to play football, and I expect a difficult one, but. We are Leeds, you know. We are the better team, and we are going there in the mind to take those 2-3 points, no matter what.
Well, Tony, I think it's fair to say there have been some challenges for Junior Firpo in his time at Leeds United, but he's really facing up to them this season, isn't he?
He's doing really well, and I'm delighted that he's now fit. He's getting some game time and showing what he can do, because it was a tough start for him. Coming from Barcelona to Leeds United, very different circumstances. You know, one team will have a lot of possession, another team is in the Premier League and making sure we kind of hang on and defend well. And he found that, I think, a bit challenging. Then with the injuries, really stop-start to his career at Leeds United. But now, hopefully, he gets a good run, and we're seeing what he can do. Certainly going forward, in a confident side that are playing well and winning games, he's been a great asset. And some of the assists he's provided have been really good.
And he needs to keep doing that, doesn't he? Because it's the scoring the goals. Well, there's two elements to this, aren't there? There's the stopping them at one and the scoring at the other. He has a part to play in both.
He does, and it's getting that balance right. And sometimes that's where I think the better players, certainly do get that more often than not. I see that more and more with Junior Firpo now. The crosses and the ability to then link, I think, with Somerville on the left is really important. I think Somerville is key to that as well, because a lot of defenders are worried about him, allowing Junior, a bit more space. But you still have to do it at the other end. You've got to make sure, your winger doesn't get the better of you, and you play solidly defensively, as a team as well. You're right, have to do both, and I think he's starting to do that.
Well, a lot of chat about the defensive unit for Leeds United. Now it's time to hear from somebody who'll be a part of the offensive unit. As the players arrived at the stadium earlier, we got the chance to catch up with Jorginho Ruter. Well, Jorginho, this looks like a difficult away fixture this evening. Do you hope you can get something from it?
I know it's difficult when you play at night away. Last time against Stoke City and Rotterdam, if I correct, was difficult, but we are ready for that. We work a lot this week, and we are on the good way. So why not? But I think we can. It's not an easy game today, but we have to be focused and ready for that.
When you play on the Friday night, if you can win the game, you can put pressure on the teams just above, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. And this is for why is a bit a bonus for us for make a pressure if we take a 3 point today, and yeah.
What's the key to success here in this game this evening? What do you have to do?
A concentration. If you are a lot of change, you have to put on the net, and stay focused. I think stay focused and play our football, because last time against on the cup we played our football, but one mistake and we concede a goal. So today is the key. I think we are not to concede the goal, and we have to make a goal. Yeah.
So there you go, we were down on the touchline, now we are up in a more traditional position ahead of the start of the game. We're sitting just over the halfway line in the second tier of the main stand at what is a very impressive looking Ashton Gate these days. Lots of work has been done on it, and it's filling up quite well. The Leeds fans are away to our left hand side on what is a chilly, no more than that, evening here. And there is some rain in the air, but I think it is coming down a little at the moment. Actually, we can see it reflected in the lights above the main stand over our heads here. We're awaiting the arrival of the two teams on the playing surface. As ever, Tony Dorigo is in position alongside me, and as the two teams emerge, you will hear the roar from the home supporters and those behind the goal to the left as well. The start of a very, very busy month for Leeds United. Busy in particular in terms of the travelling. Bristol City, Plymouth, a home game, then Swansea away, and then Plymouth away. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much at all. My goodness, that's a long way. You know what? But there's no excuses. And certainly, as a player, this is what you have to deal with. This is what you certainly